Welcome back. Day 3 of Star Wars Celebration. It was kind of a busy day for us, wouldn't you
Yeah.
say? We got up at, was it 7 or 8? 7?
8, I think, today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think we got up at 8 today. Again, I'm tired. We did a lot today. So woke up at 8, got around, went down, got breakfast at the hotel, went out, got on the first shuttle that we were waiting for. So we didn't have to wait for multiple shuttles. First shuttle that came after we were waiting, got on that, made it to the convention center. Surprise, surprise. We thinking, hey, we know now how to not have to walk through the parking lot. Did we get off the bus, and instead of queuing right into the doors we did the day prior, they made us walk through the parking lot with everybody else on the bus to the main entrance. So we get to the main entrance, get queued or check our bags, walk in, and then get in the queue line to get into the convention center. I'll show some video of how many people were queued up. I think we were in the 4th or 5th queue line to get in, and then there was a queue line or two after us. And then when it was our turn to get queued and to walk into the hall, we were walking by, and there was a bunch of people queued up outside, or not outside of the building, but in the building, but outside of the room that we were queuing up in. So I'm not sure if they didn't know where they were going, or if there was some other different line. I'm not 100% sure, but we ended up getting in. I think went right up to get into a panel, correct?
Yeah.
So that was the Tall Toys collecting. You did not go to that, though, correct?
No, I got mine for her universe.
Right. And in line for her universe, somebody bought themselves a nice shirt, which we'll show here too. You see that? And who's that?
Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano.
And also, while I was waiting in line, the guy in front of me turns around and says, "Oh, there's Dave Filoni." He says, "Hold my spot. I'm going to go take a picture." So he runs and takes a picture with him, and I'm trying to snap some pictures, and the line is moving. And then he says to me, "Are you going to go try?" And I said, "I want to try, but the line is going to turn the corner." And the turning in the corner was a line break. He said, "Don't worry, I'll save your spot." So I ran, and I got a picture with him. He was really, really nice. And I told him that Clone Wars Anakin was way better than prequel Anakin.
Right.
And he laughed.
And didn't he say, you had texted me, didn't he say, well, I like Hayden, but I agree, or something?
Basically,
yeah, he likes his own creation, too.
Saying, yeah.
Right.
But he was very nice, and he was taking pictures with a bunch of people and signed someone's picture that they had to. So
very good.
That was a really big surprise.
Yeah, that was awesome. When I got the text, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Here I am at this panel, and you got to meet Dave Filoni." And Dave Filoni, for our Disney fans that aren't necessarily Star Wars fans, did the animated Clone Wars series, not the Genndy Tartakovsky one. Genndy Tartakovsky also did Samurai Jack. So it's a different animated style. Dave Filoni's is CGI, computer generated animated, and he also worked on Avatar, The Last Airbender, right? So that's where, if you're a Star Wars fan, you would know him from. If you're not a Star Wars fan, then we're kind of giving you that tidbit. So dropping some knowledge on you. I got into the Tall Toys panel, and then when I hopped out of that one, when it was done, I got myself my Star Tot. Do you remember which one it was? I think I sent you a picture.
I can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Right, I can't remember. We'll take a picture and we'll show all the Star Tots that I got. Just can't remember what order I got them in. And then I got into the prototypes and unreleased toys collecting panel. I got into that also. And while I was there, you watched the Galaxy's Edge panel from the show floor. So we didn't get into the panel, but they streamed it, so you were able to watch it. Do you have any information to share from anything you saw there?
That's putting me on the spot here.
Oh, okay. While you think of it, I'll tell you one thing, because you texted me. They partnered with Coca-Cola to have new bottles. So they don't look like soda bottles because it's Star Wars. And where in Star Wars is there a soda bottle, right? Oh, they're ice cream makers, but there aren't soda bottles. So They did partner with Coca-Cola, and is it written in Arabic or something similar
Yeah.
to that? It's the different like Coke or Diet Coke or Sprite.
But they said that they wanted to do it in a way that you would recognize what you're drinking.
Right, because they're pretty recognizable as Coke, but it just doesn't look like a Coke bottle. So they did make it like a little bit different. Who was the hosting that panel?
Oh, it was Josh Gad.
Josh Gad, who is the voice of Olaf, and he was also
in Party Down.
Well, yeah, he was in Party Down, of course. Was he in Party Down with?
Yeah, he's in the one episode where they had to do like he was at college and he was like in a club and they were.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I got it. That's right. And they had the cigars from Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. I forgot. That show was really funny too. No, he was in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
The live action. Yeah, he played LeFou. So he is definitely a Disney alum, right? So he hosted it. Did they have anything else that we didn't already know? I think most of the stuff we did, right?
I think a lot of the stuff we did kind of know, but they did say that in the Smuggler's Run, every person is going to have a different job.
Right.
And it said that after the ride, when you're walking out, you're walking like outside of the Falcon, and it will show if there was any battle damage, that will show up like in the hallway that you're walking through.
Right, that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah, so
like,
if there was a lot of damage, it would be a lot. If there wasn't as much damage throughout the ride, there
won't be as much.
Yeah.
Right, Han would not be happy. God rest his soul. If remember, he says like not a scratch. So hopefully, when we do get to ride that at some point, hopefully when we get there, but if not, at some point, that we don't do a lot of damage. So, did you also say something about like you can try it again if you mess up?
At before the panel started, there was someone who I don't know what his name is, but he does a lot of the hosting for the different panels. And he apparently is a Disney blogger, and he said that you can start again, I guess, if you fail the mission, but then in the panel they didn't say anything about that.
Okay, so that was like from a secondary source. Okay. Anything else that was cool?
Anything else that was cool? They said that Rex will be coming back, who is from Star Tours.
Okay, good.
And he's going to be voiced by Paul Rubens.
Oh, that's right. Yep, that's awesome. Okay. And he was voiced by Paul Rubens on Star Tours also.
Yes,
right?
I believe so.
Cool. All right. Very good. So that while that was going on, I was in the prototypes and unreleased toys panel. Got out of that and got my Star Tot again. And by that time, I was like sending you a message, right? I was like, I'm going to be out in so many minutes. If you want to come up, you can do that. And then you were in Galaxy's Edge fan experience again at that point.
Yep.
So you were sending me pictures, and then you sent me a picture of.
Well, let's build up to that a little bit.
Okay.
So I went through again, and
they're different toys.
Yes. But when I was taking the pictures again by myself.
Right.
But for the Rise of the Resistance ride, I took a picture of kind of like the panel of what's in the first.
The inside.
Seat. Yeah.
Right.
Taking a picture. So I did that, and then I went over to the picture in front of the Falcon.
Right.
Then I went to the store.
Right.
And I checked out. There's a lot of new merchandise out today. It was really cool. There were some wooden toys.
Right.
There's a 3PO. There was another wooden toy that it looked like you
could spin it and then have different heads on different bodies, on different legs.
They had the plushes out. So there was Rey, Finn, there's a Yoda, a whole bunch of different
there's
ones.
A bunch of different ones. There's also wooden ships, which were really cool. The plushes look really nice too.
Yeah. There was the chess set.
Yep, from the holographic chess that was in the Millennium Falcon. They have like a realistic version of that. They have a Sabat card game, Game of Chance dice from episode 1, and then they had a bunch of creatures, right?
Yeah. The creatures, they all did something. The porg, you can move his mouth and he'll make noises and
right,
stuff.
and his arms flap.
And the wampa, when you pet his back, he not the wampa, I'm
The
sorry,
tauntaun,
yeah, makes noise.
right?
There was the
I'm trying to think of the Raftar that like vibrates and shakes.
So and I think that the one guy had said that they all come in like when you buy them in a creature
Case.
case.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
Almost like a pound puppy when you get a pound puppy and it comes in like a crate, right?
Yeah. Like that's pretty much what it was.
That's pretty awesome.
So I was finishing looking at that, and the cast member told me that they were going to do a toy demonstration in about 2 minutes. So I was kind of like hanging back for that, and I did record it. We're going to put that up, but I did record it in portrait mode instead of the landscape mode. So it's going to be tiny, but it's about 5-6 minutes, and it's the whole demonstration. So as I was walking from the shop, I turn around and Josh Gad is standing by me.
I was in a panel.
And he was in a panel.
I missed it.
And I did a double take, and I think I said, "Oh." And I pulled out my phone, and I took a picture, and he looked at me, and he stuck out his tongue.
So she took another picture. It was pretty awesome.
So yeah, so that was really cool. And a couple other people were calling him over, so he was taking pictures with a few fans. But he was with cast members getting kind of a look at the booth.
Right.
Yeah. So that was really cool.
Very cool. So yeah, I was texting her to come up to go to the next panel while she was doing that. And then I got the picture and I was like, seriously? Oh my gosh. It was awesome though. Some of the other creatures, because we went again later, but we can just talk about all the creatures now. When we went later, we actually had a light speed, which they finally got up and working. It's kind of like Disney's Fast Pass, but you can do it on the app, but it only started working today. And still didn't work exactly right because we got like 3 of them for one day and you're only supposed to be able to get 1. But we didn't cheat the system and we only used 1 of them and we tried to delete the others and we couldn't delete the others. We almost kind of used 2 because we also met Imagineers. But the Imagineers, he said that he was letting us meet as a piece of Disney magic. Yeah. So we met those not using the Lightspeed Fast Pass line, but we did see the toy demonstration as part of the Fast Pass line. And they did have a Salacious Crumb, which was really cool, made noises and kind of would turn his head and stuff. And it's very similar to the creatures that you can get at Pandora, right? The Banshees. So very similar to that. They also, they have a bunch of different ones, but some of the other one that I really liked and I'm really excited to get was the Minoc. The Minoc has a suction cup nose. You can stick it in your car window, and it still like shakes and does weird things. So I'm like, yeah, definitely gonna pick one of those up or more. Minocs. So we got a lot of good footage, good pictures there. Talked to the Imagineers quite a bit. Got pictures with them. The 2 that we met were Scott Trowbridge and Chris Beatty. One of them said that he worked a little bit more on the app, I guess, right? He had a lot of answers on that, like, look, you might have to work for a smuggler.
They're both like really up there.
Yeah, way up there.
Creating Galaxy's Edge.
Right. He said, what do you think? What do you think? What he just kept saying, like, it's just incredible. He said, you're gonna, like, we made it for you guys. We made it for everybody who's a Star Wars fan. And you can really tell they put a lot into it. Looks, even just the little bit that they have there, just looks so good. And when he's explaining the Star Wars Play app and the functions that they're gonna have with that, it's almost like you're signing into like monster jobs or like Indeed or LinkedIn where you have to find like where you're getting jobs. They're giving you jobs. So you may have a job from the First Order where you're doing First Order tasks. You may have a job from the Resistance where you're doing Resistance tasks. You might be given a job by pirates or smugglers and you have to get their jobs done. So it's just like really a lot. Because I mistakenly said, oh, it's like a scavenger hunt. He said, no, it is not a scavenger hunt. It's so much more than that. And when he was explaining it, it's so much more than that.
And it all depends on if you are wanting to help out the Resistance or the First Order.
Right.
On what's going to happen.
Right.
And I did ask Scott what his favorite part was because I was kind of hoping that he would like slip and tell
something like a secret.
Yeah, but he said that his favorite parts are changing with every next step that they get done.
Right.
But he said that he thinks that his favorite part is going to be when it's open and when the guests can actually experience it.
Yeah, and the joy that we'll get out of it,
Yeah.
and that was a really nice thing because a lot of times when especially like if I'm working on something, I will have specific parts, and sometimes forget about the other people that are going to get joy out of that, and that it's something very nice that he was thinking about. He's definitely going to be working for the Resistance. He's not a first order guy. But they were both really friendly, answering questions. We got a picture with them. One of the cast members took our picture, so it's like very off center.
Yeah.
And they also signed our program from Celebration.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome, also. But after Jessica was done in Galaxy's Edge, that first time she came up, and we went to the Palatoy panel, and we got 2 more tots, and you traded one of them out at that point, right?
Yeah, somebody was looking to trade, so I traded a Stormtrooper for Biggs.
Yes, that was awesome. So we got one that we were looking for the day prior that we didn't get. Once that one was done, we went to. We didn't actually go to the Arts and Techniques and Designs of Star Wars, right?
No.
Because we went down and we did some shopping. You bought 3 more Mighty Mugs, and got a good deal on that. And one of them was really cool. Is the like Luke from Empire after he got attacked by the Wampa, so he has like scratches across his face, and that was really cool. You got an Obi-Wan, like not prequel Obi-Wan, like an episode 4 Obi-Wan. So he's old and he looks really, really good.
Yeah, and those 2 I've never seen before. So
right.
I was definitely like, oh, let me get these.
Yep. And then the guy gave us a deal and just threw in, was it? Biggs.
Yeah, that one I have seen.
For more than we paid for it.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Normally, whenever, because the Biggs was a Target exclusive. Right. So normally when people are reselling it, they sell for more because it was an exclusive.
Right. So we did that. I bought a couple more parts for another 2 parts. I bought the struts for the Falcon because they ended up having them there. And I checked last night on how much they cost, and he was actually selling them for cheaper. So I bought them from the guy that just told me the other Millennium Falcon parts. And I got the back flaps, both the right and left, for the speeder bike. I only need 1 more part for the speeder bike, and that's done. And it's either the left or right handle. I don't remember what. So when we get a hold of our friends that are helping take care of our kitties back home, I'm going to see if one of them will take a picture of my speeder bike handle, so I know if I need a right or left one. So that way, hopefully, I can complete that. And then, did I buy anything else? I can't remember.
I think that was it for today.
Right. We'll post pictures up of again, what we had bought. Then we went up and we did the Kenner from model to concept panel. And that was pretty good. I like that. They had somebody that worked for Kenner that did a lot of the designs. So it was more of a question and answer between the interviewer who works for the collector track and the guy that worked for Kenner. So it was really, really a lot of cool information. Some stuff that I did know and some stuff that I didn't. And then when we were leaving, we got our Star Tot, and it was Darth Vader without his helmet. And that was awesome. Then we left. Again, didn't have to walk through that underground parking lot again, but we got an Uber. It took forever for the Uber to come. He was like, I was watching the app and he was turning around and like going all weird directions, and I was like, where is this guy going? So I said he was going to get there in like 3 minutes. It took like honestly like 20 minutes for him to get there. So we went to the Ubered to the AMC theater and for our D23 to see Return of the Jedi. And we got our. We'll show you a picture. It's postcards. Was the free gift that we got. We got free popcorn and drink, and they were regular size, but I paid the upgrade fee. It's like only $1 more for each, and I got the larges. And then we saved 2 of them so we could use at another time because they weren't dated. They said you can use them at any AMC. And then the host from that D23 event said, "Oh, well, we always do something special," and invited another host out, and it's Ashley Eckstein.
Who is the voice of
Ahsoka Tano. So they did some question and answer, and that was really awesome. And then they showed the movie, which again, It was good. It was the DVD version because they had the blinking Ewoks, but people were really applauding and at all the right parts, and it was good, very cool.
Mhm.
When we were leaving, we talked to the host a little bit about, like I said, he said, "Have you done anything before for D23?" We said, "No, we're pretty new members." And he asked if we were going to the D23 convention. We said no,
Mhm.
because we live in Pennsylvania. It's a hike out there, but we did say we were interested in the uh, Sleepy Hollow event that's coming up in, was it October?
Yeah.
And he said that that should be put up in this
Midsummer.
midsummer. So we're going to keep our eyes out for that because we're really excited for that.
Mhm.
Then walk back to the hotel, and here we are. A little bit about tomorrow's events. Again, we were able to get into the light speed, so hopefully that's all working well because we signed up for the show store tomorrow at between 10 and 10:30. So hopefully we get in because we really want to get the lunchbox because it is Star Wars Holiday Special lunchbox. It's really cool. Um, then I have a vintage Canadian collecting panel from 12 to 1. You want to go to behind the scenes of the cantina. Is that 1:30? You said something like that.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to World Building 101, which I believe is about dioramas. And then after that, there is a specific 3D printing um, panel. So I really want to get to that one also, just specifically because I do a lot of 3D printing, and I just like that. It's really interesting, really fun. So I want to see what they have to say about it. Possibly, I don't. The collecting room has a question and answer after in a different collecting room, like their specific room. So after you go to a panel there, you can go to their room and talk to them. So hopefully they have something for the 3D design section also. So after that, I can actually go to the other room and talk to them a little bit. I think it would be really interesting, really fun. And then they have costuming on a budget, which is the last panel of the day that I have set up for.
Mhm.
But we also hopefully are going to try to get into Galaxy's Edge again because they're going to have what's the tomorrow's toys?
Droids.
Droids.
Mhm.
So again, Galaxy's Edge is bringing different toys in different days, so we want to check out the droids and see what's going on there. Plus, anytime we get to sit in that the Rise of the Resistance cart
Mhm.
from that ride, I'm like, it's just from getting really excited for Galaxy's Edge and just being in there and looking around and seeing
Mhm.
everything they have set up. The Imagineering that they have is just really just spot on, really cool. So anytime I can go in there, I'm in. Hopefully the lines aren't too long. Sometimes they are, but try to get in and check it out. Again, that fast, like the fast pass, the light speed. We ended up signing up for 3 today, which you're only supposed to be able to do 1. But we didn't abuse it and do all of them. But we tried to delete them, and I couldn't get them deleted. So again, I think it was something wrong with the app. But we did sign up for the store tomorrow, and I tried to re-sign up again to see if I could get into the toy demonstration at Galaxy's Edge, and they only let me pick one. So they might have fixed it,
Mhm.
just not right away in time to fix it for that for today, for today's events. But for the events upcoming, they fixed it for the other 2 days,
Mhm.
so we couldn't
Yeah.
like get multiple. But tried it out. So that's what we have on tap for tomorrow. It's going to be a really exciting time. So we're going to get a little bit of leftover pizza from last night, eat, get around, and head to bed so we can be up bright and early for hopefully getting into the store and not having to wait in a 4, 5, 6 hour line to get into it. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Mhm.
All right. See you guys later.